Oh, flipping heck. I'd honestly forgotten how much filler I'd slapped on this kit yet again. It's maybe about the 4th layer now. It's time to get this rubbed down and finished. Roll credits. This kit's getting painted whether it wants to or not. It's time to start chucking paint at it. Hopefully on the final leg of this beast. So it's pretty obvious that what I need to do now is go away and get my lovely gallery airbrush properly cleaned out. And I mean a full deep clean. Right, finally. I'm going to chuck some paint on this. As far as I can tell, the colour you're supposed to use, that the Hasegawa kit instructions tell you to use, because the paint instructions on this are worse than useless. There's not even, I don't even think there's a paint guide, if I'm going to be honest. Is 2 gun sanyo colours, which I think is white and a dark grey that you have to mix to get the colour. We're not going to do that. This kit just ain't worth it. As far as I can tell, this is a reasonable approximation. Tamiya XF66. Plus, with it not being a mixed colour, if I need any more, I don't have to faff about. So, with no further ado, let's get paint chucked at this bad boy. Yay! It's got paint on it. Right, now I've got this on, I think this is a little bit too dark and too blue. So I've got some mixed up. I'll just give it a quick blow over, then I'll maybe find another colour. I don't think this is right at all, even for this kit. What I'm also doing, because the instructions are so basic, let's just be kind and say that, I've actually written down what colour I have used. So if I ever need to revisit this in the future, I've got some reference, rather than it just being a pale grey, one of many that I have in my collection. So I'm going to go with XF19 Sky Grey and put a bit of that. I might just brush a little bit of that on just to see what colour it actually is and how it looks, rather than set the airbrush up. So I'll just do that and be right back. Right, this is going to take quite some time to complete, so rather than have this turn into a 2 or 3 hour video of just me painting, even if I time lapse it, I'll crack on with this, get this thing painted, get right back to you. Well, that took a bit of doing, not gonna lie, but the painting's finished. It's also just had a coat of acrylic gloss, which I'll let dry, and I've done that because I've still got to finish painting details on it and undercarriage got on and all that sort of thing, but I do want to protect this paint before I start handling it. And I must admit, now it's had a coat of paint, it does look a lot better than it ever did being built and just in primer. It doesn't look too bad at all, but then again, when you consider how much how many globs of filler that thing's had on it, it should do. So I'll leave that there, and the next time you see this, we'll be getting the undercarriage on and detail parts and getting the masking off the canopy and see what we've got. Right, I'm going to get these engine exhausts nozzles painted, and I'm going to do it with this, which is a really good fit for painting this sort of thing. Obviously, that's a jet exhaust. The stuff's called jet exhaust. I'm also I'm working on a Tomahawk kind of in tandem with doing this, so I've got it at, I shall do the exhaust for the Tomahawk. Right, I've just been chucking around a few Alclads, stainless steel, and jet exhaust, and I think this is all dry. So let's take this masking off and see what we've ended up with. He says, "Oh, isn't this the fun part? This may need a little bit of trimming up." Oh, that will, because it's just took the paint straight off. Hooray! Or maybe I'll just give it a wash and try to hide it. I didn't realise this needed to be sprayed like this or painted like this until after I'd put the tailplanes on and the rudders, because if those weren't on, it would have made this a lot easier. But here we are. That doesn't line up. Of course it doesn't. I get the feeling I'm going to have to revisit this a little bit just to make it a bit more trim. Okay, let's pop the nozzles on and see what it looks like. It's not bad, but not brilliant. I could do with a little bit of maybe a wash to take the cleanness out of that stainless steel stripe and make it look a little bit more burnt metal. But anyway, it's okay. It'll do. I'll probably get. I've been. I mean, you can see there's dints and chips all over this thing now. Every time I touch it, I seem to damage the paintwork. So I'm just going to keep having at it until I'm happy with it. So at this point, I've redone these rear metallic engine panels because they just look like I painted them black with the exhaust colour, whatever that was, jet exhaust colour, that was it. I've masked off and painted what I think should be all the sensor panels, whatever you, I'm not sure the exact name, but obviously that's a radome. I think these will be warning radars. These are possibly something or other. So let's get this masking off because I enjoy doing this. Let's see what we've got. So there we are. Let's put this over here. Get it in a better light. And there you are. Technically, that is the painting finished, apart from a few touch-ups that I'll do, and then we can see if the decals that came in this kit actually work. I've got the undercarriage to actually fit on, but that's almost ready to go. So yeah, every time I touch this, it pulls a little bit of paint off. I'm a bit annoyed about that, to be quite honest with you. I did prime it, and it's still playing up. But yeah, so that's it for now. And hopefully next time you see this, it will be fully finished painting and decals on. So I've got the landing gear bay doors on. They were meant to be butt jointed to the side of the fuselage here. There's no pegs or fittings or any way to sort of get them in any sort of really firmly. And I thought this is, because of the shape of these, none of this is particularly straight, so it wouldn't have even been glued all the way along. So I put a little bit, what that is a piece of a drinks canner cut up, just get a couple of pieces of flat metal, super glued it in there, super glued this to it, same on that side. It's really strong joint there. I can put some more glue in just to help it. The reason I like doing this as much as I can is that you can then, once you've got your metal strap on, you can, I just want to be careful with this, but you can adjust your bay doors, but they're fine. I'll just, when that's all painted, you won't really see them, and it's on the underside. So I just thought I'd show that as we race towards the finish on this kit finally. Engine nozzles on. It's certainly beginning to look a lot more like a MiG-25. Engine nozzle on the floor. Right then. So this is where we're up to with the MiG-25, and this is where it's going to stay for a while, because even though the box art clearly has red 31 on it, and this is a copy of the box art on the instructions, which would be Viktor Belenko's MiG-25 that he defected to the West in '76, and it's the one I wanted to build. The transfer sheet is this, and that's it. I've seen the Hasegawa instructions, and I believe that is the 07 is the other option, and then there's red 31. So we just cut some corners by only giving you one option, and it's not the option on the box. So I've tracked down a set of transfers for red 31, and plus these transfers, they're possibly going to be a bit sketchy. So I'm going to wait for them to turn up, and then this build will be completely finished. It's pretty much paint wise done. I might do a little bit more weathering on it here and there, but not a lot, if I'm honest. Because what is it? This has possibly been started 20 years ago, so it can wait a little bit longer. It'll be fine. So on that note, I'm rather chuffed. I've got the engine nozzles looking not too bad. Might do a little bit more work on those, but this kit is, in general, it's very crude. Another thing is, you may have seen the video where I was talking about how I'd attach the undercage doors and blah blah blah, and how strong a bond it was. Turns out, and it's not very obvious, but that should be 2 doors. It should be cut. This kit part should be cut there, and why they don't give you 2 parts, I don't know. Same with the nose wheel. That was one part that you had to cut to bits to get these pieces. Why they don't give you options for either or, I don't know, but obviously this kit seems to have been made with cost cutting in mind. But the original Hasegawa kit is the same. That's but in the instructions they make it a bit more obvious that you do have to do that than the instructions I've got here. So on that note, as I say, the mighty MiG-25 is just going to hang on a little bit longer, wait for a decent set of transfers, a little bit more weathering, nice maybe matte satin coat, because it's in gloss at the minute for transfers, but you can't really tell if I'm going to be honest. That's my chair nearly collapsing. So I shall cut this off here, and next video you see of this, the transfers going on, and it will be finished after 20 years. So on that note, I shall take my leave and say bye-bye. If you enjoyed the videos you've just watched, here's another video you might want to watch, a playlist you might want to watch also. And please don't forget to, if you have enjoyed it, leave me a like and maybe a subscribe. I would much appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.